Hi friends, welcome to Success Learners channel. Today I am going to discuss about how to make the calculator, a simple calculator using Python coding in PyCharm. I am feeling you are good at the basics of Kinter Toolkit. If you are not, please watch my previous videos and come to this one. Why? Because I am going a bit faster from this video onwards. So let's see how to code this one. We have to import from Kinter Toolkit. We have to import all the functions present in that one, and we have to call an event like event that is equals to tk. We are going to initialize this one, and we have to give the title. So the title should be calculator, and we have to iterate this through the main loop. And then what we have to do, we have to set the screen here. Screen is equals to, we have entry keyword here. After entering, we have to call that event here. We have to see the font equals to Times New Roman with 30 size, comma, it should be bold. After this, we have to text variable. We have to click the text variable where I am going to call this text here. So we have, first of all, we have to create this text here. The text equals to string variable. The screen is going to take that in the string format. That's why we are going to call this one. After creating text variable, we have to make this grid here. Grid of, it has column span. Column span should be 4. Let's check the output here. It is showing a error like text variable. Here it's a spelling mistake. Now let's run this one. See, it is showing the screen here. Next of all we have to create the buttons like button 1. So this button 1 will create, so we have a keyword called button. So button 1, it is going to call like event. We have to call the event first. Afterwards we have to call text here. So the text here equal to 1. The button is 1, so we have to write that 1 here, and then we have to select the font. I am going to copy this font here. So after this font, we have to call this grid method here. Row equals to 1, comma, column equals to 0. Let's see this one. See here, we created a button 1. Let's copy this one. This is the first row, I think. First row should contain 4 buttons, and then 4 buttons. I'm going to design it. I have a concept like 4 buttons like 1 2 3 4 should be in the up row. I'm creating that's like 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4. So let's define one by one. The second button should be 2. The second button should be 2, and the text it is going to return as 2. And then we have to change this, like, let us change this one all 2 3. 0 1 2 3. We are going to make the we are going to change these all variables as the positions where the button should be present. 3. And let's change this rows here. And then we have to change one by one, like a third button we have to print the third button as 3 and the fourth button as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So let's come from this one, fourth button. After 4 we have to get 5 here, and then 6 here, 7 here, and 8, 9. After 9 we should have to get 0 here, and then we need plus sign here, and then minus. After this minus we have to create, after this we have to create like multiplication, division, and then we have to create equals to. After this all what we should return. That's it. In a basic calculator we have this all, I think. That's it. Let leave this button. Let's see the output here. It is already running here. Like, let's run this one again. See here we are getting like this type. We have all the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Where are this? 1 2. Here we messed up, like it is making 3. We have to make here 3, and then here we have to make a 4. Now let's see this one. See, now we are all having like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 plus minus, like all we have. Here we messed up with the 1 2 and 3. Now it's come. Let's clear this one. Let's clear this one. I'm going to run again. So see here it is in the best looking format, and next we have to call the buttons, like we have to call these buttons. Whenever we are going to call the button, then the button should be appear in the screen. So let's see this one. We have to define a function for that. Define click of number we should return. So we have to make a variable like operator that equals to a string. So then only we are going to access that one. So we have to create a global, so wherever we can use that one, like a global variable. We are creating this O as a global variable, and then we have to create that O equals to, so the O equals to O plus str of the given number, like number here. So the number is converting into string, and then what we are going to look here, the text dot set. We are going to set this operator. We are passing this operator O in this text here. After defining this function here, we have to call that function. Where we have to call that function? We have to call that function in this buttons. So whenever we are going to click this button, then the function should be happen. So we have a command like command that is equals to lambda function we are going to use here. It is a one word function, one line function. So here lambda we are calling click number one. Here we are going to click that one. So and then we should have comma. So we have to call each and every button present in this code. Why? Because each and every button we are going to use. So whenever we went to click a button, then this function should be awoke, then this button should be invoked. So we have to copy and paste this in each and every button. So let's copy all the function for all functions. Let me copy here. Now we have to see the output here. Like see here, it's showing a option like it's showing an error like in 20th like here f is missed, right? Let's run this one. See here, see what happens is whatever the button we are going to press, it is calling or it is showing one. Why? Because here in this all we are calling one only. So we have to change the number here like 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and this is 0th button, and this is plus button. We have to make it a string like plus. So afterwards we can make it over the screen. This is the multiplication symbol. We have to give that multiplication symbol right over there, and then it is the division symbol. And see here, we are having another function like let's see here, let's give here equals to, and then let's perform the output operation here. Let's see what's going to be the output, like 1 2 3 4 5 equals to plus minus divide by. So these all symbols are showing here. So it's going underscore here. Let's see here in the minus symbol, it's we give an underscore, we have to give the minus there. So that's it. And then we have to perform the operations based on the content given in this screen. So how we are going to get that one? We have to define a function right over here like equals to. So whenever we are going to press the equals in the calculator, whenever we are going to press the equals button, then only our output or the result is going to appear in this calculator. So we are defining a function equals. So we have to call the global variable like O. So we have to sum up means like let's give, this is the output like result. If you are going to give the plus here, then it's going to be add. Whenever you are going to give minus, it is going to add minus there. So we have to write over the screen the result, we have to write over the screen. That's why we are equating it is to string. So evaluate, so it is, we have a beautiful function in Python, evaluate. Whatever the content you print in this evaluate, it will give you the output. If you are going to plus 8 plus 9, then it is going to perform that operation like plus. If you are going to minus, it is going to perform the operation. So in this O variable, it is storing all the content you are going to give. So this all content like 0 1 plus 2 you are given in the screen, then it is going to perform 0 plus 1, and it is evaluating, and it is given into string, and it is, we are calling that one in this text here. So text dot set of result, so then it is going to appear in our screen. So that's it guys, let's see this output here, what it's going to come. 1 plus 2, it is not showing that. Why? Because we didn't call that function here. Where we have to call that function, we have to call that function here, we have called it click, that's why it is showing equals to that. So what we have to call here, equals function we have to call. So after calling this function, let us see the output here. See, 1 plus 2, we have to show that it is 3, so it is showing 3, so done. And after going to calculate like 5 plus 7, it is going to give 12. In this way the last element, the last operations are not going to store like that in our calculator. So that's it guys. If you have any doubts regarding this calculator concept, please let me know in this comment section. Thank you guys.